There is one thing harder than completing an Ironman: spectating one. Now, I know all the athletes are going to be looking at me like I'm crazy, but how would they know? They're always swimming, biking and running.
Yeah, this video is for those husbands and wives and families and friends who have to endure the hardest single-day endurance spectating event in the world. Join us as we look at how to spectate an Ironman.
Come on, Ray!
Come on, Ruth!
Let's get good!
If you don't actually have someone close to you racing an Ironman, then spectating is actually pretty simple. Just pick a shady spot on the course, pack a picnic, and make sure you're there in plenty of time before the athletes get there.
Yeah, but if you do have an athlete you're supporting, you're in for a long day. Remember, they have spent months training for this, and your job is there to support them and help them in any way you can. You're going to have an incredibly early start, a long day, and then at the end of it, you might well be having to pick up the pieces of a sore, maybe happy, but maybe exhausted athlete at the end of it.
To handle all this, you're going to need to be prepared. And we're here to help you survive and maybe even enjoy your long day of Ironman spectating. The day of a supporter doesn't start when the gun goes. It normally starts much earlier. In fact, normally getting up as early as the athlete, like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. It's tempting to skip this whole part. Load your athlete on the athlete bus and tell them you'll see them later on in the course. But don't tell your athlete this. It's not all about them. There's a lot of excitement and atmosphere at the swim start, and it's definitely worth getting up a little bit earlier to go and soak all that atmosphere in. Once your athlete goes down that start ramp to start, there's nothing more you can do for them, and that's going to be a solid hour or so, probably more, before they get out of the water. So now is the time to get yourself a cup of coffee from the coffee van, go and sit down and soak in all that atmosphere and have a bit of a relax, enjoy the day because it's going to be a long day. So do a little bit for yourself right now while your athlete gets through that swim.
And if it's a lap swim when they come out of the water and go back in again, it can be really tempting to go down and try and support your athlete. But you'll find yourself waiting for, 20 minutes or so for maybe a 3-second glimpse. And that's if you're lucky enough to even spot them when they've got their hat and goggles on. And for the chances of them hearing or seeing you, they are pretty slim. So it's very best to save your energy for later in the day.
Got the cowbell? Got to have a cowbell. What time did you guys get up?
Well, we got up at 3:30. We actually drove down this morning. So.
Oh, you only drove down this morning? Wow, that is real dedication. You guys are in for a long day. Wow, here comes Kat Matthews. Let's give her a cheer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah! Go, Kat! Hang in there. Everyone's hurting.
Go Team Sojo.
Brilliant. That's who you're supporting. How many people you got out there supporting today?
I think I got about 4 or 5 that I know. But I'm supporting them all. Yeah. I love them all.
The whole field.
This is amazing.
Brilliant. We love it. We think you're doing great. What have you guys been doing to survive? I mean, you guys, not them. We know what they're doing. They're eating gels and stuff. What are you guys doing to survive the day? Have you been coffee shopping and McDonald's, and what is it taking?
Coffee shop, Feel Love Coffee, amazing.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. We've been there.
Firehouse.
Pretty much the same, yes.
Yeah,
Water.
Lots of water.
How many coffees does it take?
Oh, so far we only had one.
Yeah.
So.
What? How have you got this far with only one coffee?
Make sure my husband's alive first.
Yeah.
Spectating comes first. I see you having a little lie down. You need to have a lie down on a long day. It's a good choice. Have you keeping hydrated? Who are you supporting out there today? Obviously too tired to talk to us today. Once you get your chosen spot, it's time to set up for a bit of a wait. It's probably going to be a while before you see your athlete. So now's the time to pull out that tracking app and hope, against hope, that it's working. Just fair warning, it probably won't be. If you're wondering how you know where to set up, this is where planning comes in.
In the days before the event, you want to plan your supporting day. While your athlete is being all tense and annoying, take some time out and pore over the route maps and road closures to plan where you want to spectate and how you'll get there on race day. Many races have spectating hotspots where they'll have music and commentators to keep you amused while you wait. But they'll also be busier, making it harder for you to see your athlete or them to see you. On the bike, look for uphill sections as your athlete will be going much slower, making spotting them and shouting to them much easier. The bike takes some planning as Ironman athletes travel fast, often faster than the traffic due to closed roads. But on the run, you'll have time and can move along the course to find a good spot. Earmark places where you can sit comfortably while waiting and quiet enough to see and be seen. You may also want to let your athlete know where you might be, but make no promises to them. You may not get there, and you don't want a tired, suffering athlete to be disappointed by your absence.
For the rest of the day, your day is just about following the race. Perhaps leapfrogging them to the next spot on the course where you can see them, or just waiting for them to do another lap back to the same spot so you can cheer them on.
What's your strategy been today, guys? Because you're out on the bikes. I mean, where have you managed to catch him?
Well, we took the shuttle out early for the swim, so that was good, and then immediately took it back, got on the bike, and went up Main Street to that, Red Hill Drive to catch him. So we were able to catch him coming there, and then we came down, missed that crash, right? He missed it barely, and then we rode up to the top of Snow Canyon, saw him coming down, and we saw him coming up Snow Canyon. And then on the run, it's great. You can kind of cut over, make a triangle out of it. So we've seen him a lot. Yeah, it's fun.
7, 8 times on the run.
Remember to eat plenty, it's a long day.
Wear the right clothes. Remember, it might well start off cooler in the morning and get warm up throughout the day. So wear layers that you can take off.
Have fun and meet other people. Most races have people from all over the world sharing this crazy event.
Have a nap if you need to. It's important to conserve energy when you can.
The theme of the whole day of Spectator and Ironman is to look after yourself at least as much as you're looking after the athlete, and that's what we're doing now. We're just taking a little bit of a TLC, putting our feet in some nice cold water. I'm not sure where you're supposed to sit in this fountain, but we're going to anyway. Feels good, doesn't it?
And it's important to wear the right shoes. You're going to be walking quite a few thousand steps, so you want to be comfortable.
Remember to drink a lot and stay hydrated, and take some with you. You don't want to miss your athlete because you're running off to grab a drink.
And let's hope it's a sunny location where you're spectating, and remember to wear sunblock. You definitely should try and see your athlete cross the finish line. It's going to be a big moment for them, and I imagine a pretty big moment for you. But just stand there and soak it all up, give them a good cheer. I wouldn't worry too much about trying to take photos. You've got professional photographers there who are going to do a far better job, and you're not going to be able to get to that line to be able to catch them or give them that hug at the moment. We've got volunteers and medics who'll be there to support them, and you might just have to be patient for a moment as they go through the finishers area, and they'll be in good hands, and I'll be out the other side very shortly.
Unfortunately, your job as a supporter is not done when your athlete crosses the line. They'll stumble out of that finish line area and find you eventually, and when they do, they'll be tired, probably hungry, and probably curse you out for how far away the car is parked away. Be kind here. You're probably itching for a blow-by-blow recap of their whole day, but save your interrogation for a bit later when they've had a bit of time to recover and process everything that's happened in their day.
Once you've dumped your athlete back at the hotel, or hopefully they've actually perked up enough that you can get them to come out with you, we would seriously recommend that you consider heading to the finish line.
Yeah, the late night finish is where a lot of the magic is, and every finisher has a story. So soak in some of that atmosphere and celebrate. You've survived supporting an Ironman.